Yes. Hello,
Mm.
Dasha. Good morning.
Good morning. It's Saturday, and here we are
We showed up.
because our regular life it was in the way of this life. So now you got to do what you got to
We had
do.
to make it. We had to adjust. Yeah. So you had a very busy week of boss babin or bossin, if we were just to say it. You were bossin.
It was a blur. We had to do internal pitches. So it was an accelerator boot camp, very intense, 8 to 5 every day. It was all entire accelerator to work on your pitch. And at the end, you pitch to potential investors. Here we are today discussing women and roles of women. Here we
What better way to recover than by forcing yourself to do a podcast on Saturday morning? Like that seems like the obvious choice. You originally wanted to do it at night. And I'm like, hey, girl, I can't think past like a certain
Yes.
time.
Mhm.
It's like not going to work. But here we are now.
This
Look
is a
at
good
you
time.
being a woman.
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
Womanhood, the role of women in modern day life.
Hmm.
And I guess in the context of relationships and home life,
Yes.
right? Because that's like where we're at. We're both moms, we're married, we live in houses, and we do soccer mom shit.
Yes.
But also, you boss babe full time.
So the role of women in today's household. I don't think it really changed much. We still do everything that was asked for from us from back in the day, but now we do more.
Hmm. Yes.
I feel like the activities are not really there.
Well, like activities I feel are a choice that is made. And because like in 2025 everyone has social media and you see everyone's pictures and that there's a pressure to keep up,
Yeah. So
right? But you don't have to do it.
yeah, but your kids are going to come to you and they're going to say, "I want to do this because all my friends are doing this." What are you going to do?
I'm going to do it, but I'm saying you don't have to. It's a lot.
Well,
It's
first of all,
like
there's always some sort of an organized sports that this is what America is, isn't it?
it
It's
is what America is.
yeah, it's organized sports. So all right, let's we got some lists here. Role of a mother from 1975. So, role of a mother 1975, primary caregiver hasn't changed. Homemaker hasn't changed. Supportive wife hasn't changed. Let's add working mom. Let's add emotional support for children and driver.
Yeah.
Okay, here
So
we go.
like, well, the list doesn't say that, Dasha. The
Oh, those are
list
the things I added that we now
you
have to do in 2025. We're just adding them on.
you edited this list because multifaceted caregiver, but it is still number one. Like if we're looking in reality, because I know a very powerful woman with a very big job.
Mm-hmm.
She's like C-suite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And between her and her husband, I look at them like they're equals, but she's the one who gets called to go pick up the kids.
Yes, correct.
And I'm like, girl, that's not
Driver.
fair.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up there?
You have a very prestigious
Correct.
job. You're so important,
Correct.
but she has to pick up the kids. So like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's unjust.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So we're
unjust.
just comparing 1975 to 2025. I just added my own little flair. Did I miss anything that we now have to do in 2025?
Okay, I want to like interview a woman who works, tears her husband's needs, right? Because I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm a homemaker. Like I'll do laundry, blah 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 blah. But like what my husband wants, if he's like, this is what I want for dinner, I'll be like, okay, I'll go to the grocery store, right? Like I have time. I'm a stay-at-home mom. But if I was a working mom and my husband's like, this is what I want for dinner, I'd be like, so you go to the grocery store, you go buy the stuff, I'm busy. I wouldn't be so willing to rush to it because I have all this stuff to do and you want dinner now.
What kind of
Like
dinner
get it
are we talking about
yourself.
here?
equal to my husband, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do half the stuff. I would drop the ball. Literally, I would not be like a supportive wife. I would need a supportive wife. Like, 2 people are working, like, why? No, I'm, like, serious. I would not be like, "Honey, what's wrong?" Be like, "Bro, you need to, like, chop chop. We got shit to do." Am I wrong?
It's actually very interesting you're saying this. Speaking of supportive wives, apparently there is a quiet phenomenon that's happening. Um, my girlfriend's father is in his, I want to believe maybe in his late 50s, maybe 60s. He's dating. Guess what the quiet phenomenon is with the single ladies?
I have no idea. They're marrying their best friend.
They're with women.
They're with women.
Yeah.
Valid. Like, in that second stage, why you wanna take care of a 75-year-old man? How old is he?
No, he's in good shape. He's an anomaly. To your point, they're like, screw this. I want to be with someone that understands me.
Right, right. That is fascinating, and I've told my husband, if we don't end up together, I wouldn't go through another one of you guys. I wouldn't deal with men. They just needy and they need a lot.
Women are women. We have our own issues, but at least we understand each other.
Right, and it's
So,
ironic to call men needy when I'm very needy, but we do understand each other. Uh, we are wives to one another.
yes, they're needy without realizing that they're needy. We
Well,
know that we're needy because I feel like we've evolved based on this list because we still do all that shit and then we added more. Can we move on to the role of father, please? Primary breadwinner. Nah.
You're right about that. I see it a lot in my real life, and I see the woman hustler who is my top tier woman who's trying to get to the next step,
Mhm.
and if you're the female breadwinner, why even have a man at home, you
I
know?
don't know.
Like,
I don't know why. I don't know
wow,
why.
that
You could
was
just go out and get banged by a bunch of 20-year-olds that are got the stamina, and then you're good. You're good, girl. You got the money.
you
You
got
got
the
the
money.
kids. You got the nannies. You good.
Yes.
Why
Well,
even why even suffer through it?
exactly, and but, like, you're on some. I hope we don't cut this out.
It's the dream, isn't it? That's what Madonna's doing. Cher, look at him.
Cher is the man making all the money. She
And
has that
she's
quote.
banging a 30-year-old.
Um, no, like, for realsies, that is valid, and I feel like if all women made money, like, sorry guys who are listening, but we would
We
be
would have
worse
some.
than men. And I've said to myself, I suffered the plight of being attracted to the man, but what drama this causes.
So that's out. Disciplinarian. That's out.
You can't well,
Are they the disciplinarians? No, because they're too busy working. They're too busy in their own mind, in their jobs or their sports or whatever. I mean, obviously, I'm being very black and white, right? Obviously, but the authority figure stepping in for serious talks or punishment.
well, with gentle parenting, what does that even mean? But no, in the 70s, the parents would like beat the F out of the kids
Yes.
and cause
Yes.
trauma.
Yes. This
Um,
I'm going to take that one back. This is very much a me problem. So the disciplinarian is that this is very much a me. Is this still the case, the disciplinarian?
um, no, because in my house, I'm yelling all the time about what my daughter's doing wrong, and my husband's like, "Chill out, you're so high strung." I'm like, "She got to learn she can't do that," and he comes like a swami. Oh, no. And then she listens.
So we got 9 girls in our group. The
Is the one
man is not the disciplinarian. Can you think of one?
we have gentle giants in our group. I can't think of one.
One?
No, he's
Not a disciplinarian.
he's a gentle
Disciplinarian.
big
Role of
man.
authority figures stepping in for serious talks or punishment. Give me one. We got 9 people in our group.
I know some of them yell,
They all
but so
yell.
do I. They all
They
yell.
all yell. What does that lead
That's true. When
to?
I think of all these wayward children we have, absolutely no one's disciplining them. You're right. Running
All
amok
right.
anywhere we
Well,
go?
so
No,
then it's
just
not just a
kidding.
me problem. It's a everybody problem.
Well, like in my house, not that my daughter does something bad, but I'm like the Russian mom on her,
Yes.
and I realize that's very bad.
I need to unpack that. What does that mean?
You know that Jersey blonde girl? That's what I mean. Instead of, wow, I really love your handwriting there. You're doing such a great job. You're learning. I'm like, why did you write it like that?
Mm,
Erase it. Try harder. No, you're not paying attention. Do it this
mm,
way. Um, and she's like, Mom, you're stressing me out. I won't wonder where her anxiety came from. So that's what I mean. I try to mold her, and my husband's like, let her be.
mm.
And not mold her. I just think if you're writing sloppy, for example, you should erase it and try different because we're practicing. You're practicing for life, 6-year-old.
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't read
So,
a parenting book,
so
clearly.
I'm actually going to give them a credit for this one.
Go
Less
for it.
involved in daily parenting. Most fathers in 1975 were not actively involved in child rearing tasks like feeding, bathing, or attending school functions. So I'm going to give them a credit for this because
No, all the dads we know are top notch.
everybody, all the men are involved.
I was thinking about this episode actually. All the dads are just
Yes.
freaking amazing.
Yes.
Like my husband's amazing dad.
Yes.
And
All the
yours,
husbands are all the
well, you
husbands
once
are
posted
amazing.
a picture of like the children snuggled with him. Like,
Yes. Yes.
that's me too. I'm the spare parent, you know?
Mm. Oh, I have an exciting update. Mia wanted to ride in the car with me yesterday.
Oh my God. Look
Treat
at
time.
you. I I like that Hot 97 buzzer that you had
I
on
know,
your
but you
phone.
couldn't hear it. Okay.
Oh, look.
Oh, you got it?
My daughter once hugged me, so I put it on my phone. I think that might be the last time she hugged me. Look how she's leaning into me. Yeah. Um, and it's very funny though because like we're talking like crapple about the dads, but like she chooses our daughters choose the dad.
Yeah, because they don't yell at them like we do, because they are soft. They're not the disciplinarians, and they're the soft parents. That's why they choose them.
Yes.
I do have a funny story. I was leaving today, and my son goes, "We're gonna look on our iPads today," and I'm like, "No, you're not." He's like, "Oh, come on, please," and then my husband's standing next to me. Ask Papa. And he turns around and I'm like, go ahead, ask him. So he asks him, and my husband's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, you see, and I'm like, oh, are you sure? You see, Papa said no, I'm sorry. And that's how you do it, my friends. And that's how you do it.
I just love.
I'm not going to be the only bad guy here.
Yeah. I say no and then he says yes and she
No, no,
does it.
no. That's the
I know
biggest.
it's like no.
No, you can't do that. In all seriousness, you got to talk to him now. You can't do that because when she's going to be a teenager, she's going to walk all over you because he's going to allow her to do all the stuff. And she's going to know that you're going to say no and she's going to go to him. My girlfriend was actually telling me about this. Her older coworkers were telling her about this, that it was exactly the same scenario. The mom would always say no and the husband would always say yes. And then when the girls reached teenage years, it became very tumultuous, very strained relationship between the parents, obviously, and between her and the mother, because she would always resent the mother because the mother would always say no, but the father would always say yes.
Yeah, I actually grew up like that. And me and my mom did not have a strong relationship until I became an adult myself. And I looked back in time, I'm like, oh,
You see? You
oh,
gotta.
no, like I looked back in time, and my mom was just so sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been working really hard on not being the bad one and making my husband the bad one in certain things so that way she like
That's a clip you have to I've been working
skill.
really hard on making my husband the bad one.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
But
And
you
then
have to make him the bad one on his own, and you have to point it out. "You
yeah,
see?
yeah, yeah,
Look
which
what
is
he
exactly what
did."
I did. You see? Oh, Papa said no. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Papa said no. Papa said no.
Oh,
You,
oh.
you listened.
Yeah,
But I also started saying yes when it doesn't matter
of course, girl.
because you can't always be the one saying no.
Maybe you need to merge with a type B version of yourself and let go into the unknown where you just say, "Okay, what's the worst that can
To
happen?"
everything.
To, like, be a yes man like Jim Carrey. Like, there's a
I
name
can
for
tell
that,
you what's
like
gonna happen. She's gonna have crazy anxiety because she's gonna be on her iPad
well, no,
or
no,
on
iPad is bad, but, like, just I other things that you're like, "No, no, no."
well, that's what I'm saying. Is I started saying yes to little things that don't matter. Like
Right,
she
I
wants
cut
to
you
have
off, go
ice
ahead.
cream, let her have ice cream. She wants to watch, extra 10 minutes, let her watch extra 10 minutes. If it's not something that's going to cause an issue, then I started saying yes, and I think
Oh,
that's been helping a lot.
good for you.
Yeah, so I'm not always a no person. No, you see, and now she wanted to ride in the car with me yesterday. It was a
Look
special
at
moment. Limited emotional expression. We're still reading The Roles of Father from 1975. Limited emotional expression. Cultural norms discouraged men from showing vulnerability or discussing feelings. Being a strong father meant being stoic, firm, and in control, even at the cost of emotional connection. Still there.
but, like, it's not okay, though. That's the thing.
Mm,
And I can like 1975, I could just think about like television shows, right? Think about that 70s show, the character Red, the
yeah.
father,
Yes. Oh my God.
um,
Yes.
and that was okay. Even like changed the way the dads play it on TV. So like if a man of this age in their 40s still has emotional constipation, figure it out. Do something. Talk to someone. Because you know how I feel about therapy. It's not okay. In the same way that we know all exceptional fathers, right? Human and fur. It's not okay to like have an issue with your mind and your emotions and not go talk to somebody. It's insanity. You're wrong, dude.
Yes, but it goes back to, I think, the difference between men and women because we talk and they don't.
You just talk about stupid things.
My husband always tells me, oh, the difference between men and women is we could sit in the car and be quiet. Oh, but you guys have to talk in the car. They're okay in quiet spots, and we feel like we need to fill.
I definitely have to fill every single room I enter with noise, but it's weird. Two guys driving next to each other silently.
Yes, apparently that's what they do.
That's weird. You're friends. You're driving with your guy
What are they
friend
going to
and
do?
you're not
Talk about
having a
what they did yesterday?
conversation.
No, they're going to talk about sports. They're not going to talk about anything emotional.
Right. Until like shit hits the fan. So don't talk to your friend. Go talk to an expert. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. This like gets me my gears going more than anything.
If you have to go talk to a professional, then you feel like there's something wrong with you.
There is something wrong with you. There's something wrong with all of us. We
Correct.
are all a little chipped away. We're 40 plus years old. Like we are living an existence that is so stressful. There is something wrong with you.
Yes.
Okay? Because you're not fixing it.
Yes.
That's what it is. Okay? Put some Dawn on that stain. Do some degreasing. Do something.
You
If
need
you
emotional intelligence for that. And we've already had an entire episode about this. You need emotional intelligence to understand everything you just said.
recently my best friend explained to me that really relaxed me and massaged me where I don't have that wheel spinning anymore. You have to go to therapy when you don't have emotional intelligence and that's how you get it.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
that's how you become emotionally intelligent. So like trust the fact that you need help. If you can't breathe and you have asthma, trust the doctor what they say. Figure it the F out. Like the therapy is the one thing that I cannot and I defend men all the time.
Mm.
Heavy is the head that, like, wears the crown, which is women, but I can't stand behind a man who has inner turmoil that's not talking to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
You piss me off, dude. No, unacceptable.
Yes, but again, also it has to be with the way we raised them. Like, and even looking now, right? A girl falls. A girl falls. What do you say?
What I wanna say is, "My sweetheart." I don't know. Like, I
Okay,
wanna protect her.
you're gonna be. Are you okay? And what happens when a boy falls?
Get up.
You're okay. Get up.
I get what you're
Yes.
saying, I get what you're saying, but also I said hypothetically, like, I'm with my daughter, like, "Come on, let's do it, you're a girl, get up, you can no crying, you have," like, obviously crying, but, like, "Let's go, let's go, let's go," and if I imagine if I had a little boy, I'd be like,
Oh.
"My little sweetheart," and, Vinny's, like, hard on, our carpool boy because he's a boy. I'm like, "If you ever talk to my imaginary son like this, you and I are having problems. That's my sweet boy."
Wait a minute.
It's really weird.
Are you saying, based on his interactions with a boy, that your husband would be the disciplinary?
He'd probably be tougher on the boy. I'd stand in the way, be like, "Leave him alone. You're gonna have to get through me to get to him."
I think the biggest thing through all of this is that we still kept all the things that we were responsible for, but now we added work to it, which we can go back. We did a little bit of background story on this, where thank you World War One and World War Two. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do
Forgive it.
like I do like voting. Do you like voting?
I do like voting. I like having the right.
Hmm.
I like getting a sticker too because I'm a girl.
Hmm. I actually was like, I don't want a sticker. I don't need to tell people that I voted. I know I voted. I don't like going with the grain. I like to do
No,
my own thing. But
I also do not post. I don't post selfies of myself voting, but it's like a great marketing thing to get
great.
people to vote. I did like basic research, but what I love to do little research and have a big opinion. Once women got a taste of freedom and they were allowed to go to schools and stuff, like across the board, America, Europe, East West side, women slowly got rights. And
Mm,
when they got a little bit taste of rights, they wanted more.
mm.
So we have a lot of women to thank for fighting for our right to vote.
And in
And
general, right? Just
like
in general, we got rights.
and yes, and to think like it was, I didn't look this up, the 1970s where you couldn't divorce, where you didn't have the right to own property.
Hmm.
This is so new. This is the 1970s.
Crazy.
Like that went into the 1980s,
Hmm.
which is when we were born,
Hmm. It's
right?
wild.
And we're like thinking about just like the movies of that time, working woman. They made movies. So you could also blame the movies that they made that brainwashed into thinking that we want to go work office jobs,
Yes. Working nine
right?
to five for a man to
Um,
make a living
exactly.
and
And
not make as much money as he does.
which is wrong, right? For this, they would argue like, oh, but women work in careers that are substantially less. Yeah, because of the patriarchy. But um yeah, it's all very new. Very new. Like the movie and ADHD, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. She goes off to work in an office and she's like living the life and like work fashion, and meanwhile
I'm right on top of that, Rose.
they brainwashed us into thinking that we want goals and money of our own, and this is why you are the thumbs up. And they brainwash, and then look at you now having to be a mother
And
and a woman with goals
yes,
and somebody who has a period and
yes.
then goes through all that stuff.
And I think what happened is we evolved because now we understand we want these things, we want equality, but yet we still, no matter what, by nature, we're nurturers. So no matter what, as much as these men could be helping us out with these tasks of changing of the diapers or whatever, it's not the same as how we are with our thought process
Yeah.
and taking care of the children. So no matter what, but I think the issue is they have not evolved because the world is still run by men. And we're not talking about secretary jobs, we're talking about high position jobs. It is a fact that women do not make as much money as men. It is a fact.
Yeah, I brought this hat in actually. A woman just has more stuff going on in her brain all the time. A man can't do it.
Correct.
Like literally,
It's a one-lane highway.
yeah, no. They literally they can't do it. I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, you don't even understand how complex women are,
No.
how complex I am, how many things I think about, and how many things I feel sad about and happy about, and hormones and my period. If you're a person with autoimmune disease, you got to deal with that stuff, right? But then still be everything else. And I'm like, we're complicated. You don't get it. You cannot get it. You'll never get it, but at least don't argue with me about what I'm telling you that I feel and think. Am I doing crazy eyes right now? Don't fucking argue with me. Don't debate me on the issue that I know that I am, okay? We women are tired. You think that woman wants to work extra? No, she wishes her husband made more money. How about that, my friend?
I
How
mean,
about that? You think she wants to go off and hustle and do all the things? She probably wants to work a little bit less.
that was a very nice. That was very nice.
Woo!
That was very nice.
Back in the
Um,
roids.
I think that ignorance is bliss, and it was just different for women back then. I don't know. Well, I think it's harder now than it was back then.
It's very new. We
Yes.
just got rights.
Yes.
In the blip of the world being happening, and then the wars and coming from 1700 BC to 1975, it's this much time that we've been having even any remote amount of freedom or ability to become billionaires.
I think that now the younger generation, the Z's, I think we've reset. I think the Z's are both on the same level playing field. And this is a separate issue where the traditional man role, I don't think it exists in a Gen Z.
Right. I actually saw a research paper, a TikTok about that, where they don't want to pay for dates, right? So it's not they want to go Dutch and the woman
Yeah.
has to pay for herself. And this woman was like, if I have to spend all of my time working and having to pay for half the dinner, cool, I will. But
Right.
don't expect me to be this person who caters to you because I'm
Well,
busy.
well, that's
I
what I'm.
got things to do.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the
Poor
traditional
men.
role of the women back then was that was their role is to cater to the husband that brought all the money, that made everything. And your role was one, that is you run the household and you cater to the man. And now you're still expected to cater to him while you're still working,
Yeah, but
and
yeah,
you're
yeah,
still
right.
catering to the kids while you're still working and trying to make money,
Yeah,
which
right.
you're never gonna get paid as much as a man. We need to do a shimmy because this is making me angry. This is
I would never do that for a man who didn't pay for my dinner.
working 9 to 5 for a man to make a living.
I really, if I worked, I would just do so much less housework. I'd be like, get a second job,
Oh my
hire
god!
someone to do laundry. Woo! Dasha,
Stuff out there. This is not. This is stuff out there.
no, it's so stressful. Well,
Uh, you know, I was thinking of maybe adding a new segment. I'm starting to realize that most of the people our age do not have TikTok.
Oh.
All the young people are on it. I want you to think about your network. Are they on TikTok or not?
No.
They're not. Okay. So then that proves my point. So I think they're missing out.
Most of the people in my age group, they're like the women, they are very serious.
I think that they're missing out on a lot of cultural phenomenons that happen. And I think it's so fascinating because it just shows you an insight into our culture that you wouldn't necessarily see.
I told Vinny, I'm like, did you know people with red hair are
That's
black?
exactly what I was going to talk about. That's exactly what I was going to talk about.
And I was like, babe, look at that black man walk by. I was like, a white man with red hair, and he didn't get it. I'm like, you're not on the zeitgeist right now. You're missing the freaking point.
It would be nice to bring these type of cultural phenomena that are happening to all the people that are listening. So you don't have to download TikTok, but we'll invite you in and we'll share the things that are honestly, I think is beautiful,
Look how joyful I am.
but also really sad.
We could cut this
Holy
out.
Mother of God. So guys, so here's what is going on. This is the news on TikTok this week.
I just need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger, who has red hair, those are black people. All gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black. You see a white man with red hair, that's a black man. You see a white woman with red hair, that's a black woman. Gingers are black. All gingers.
The gingers across the talk went wild.
They
Crazy.
went wild.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no.
But and they're funny videos, and then there are a lot of really sad ones where they're legit crying, saying that they've spent their whole lives being made fun of. And there's apparently a National Kick a Ginger Day. What is wrong with people? Yes.
Oh my God. Every ginger I saw was so happy.
No,
Also,
everyone, the positive, like
is that
we're
a
talking about
slur?
millions of views. And a lot of them are saying that they've never talked about it before, but
Right.
that they've always, like, there's this one boy that said that he has like scars on his arms where he tried to like rub off the freckles because the kids would make fun of them so much.
In all seriousness, with the trend going on, all gingers are black, I have not felt this much love ever in my life. And to the girl that's making this go viral, I just gotta say thank you. Thank you for the love. But honestly, truthfully, thank you, all of you. I hated being a redhead growing up, because I was that kid in special ed who couldn't read, who couldn't write, and I also had red hair. I had a stutter, and now I grew up to be pretty successful. But I never felt loved. But until today, like, oh my gosh. So to the girl who made this go super viral, if you're ever in Dallas, Texas, let's go to dinner. You name it, I'll pay for it and I'll take you. My mother's coming too. So thank you all. I love you. Like, I seriously, I am mind blown by this. Like no other. Thank you.
And they're crying, saying that they never felt accepted, and the love, the outpouring of the love. It's so beautiful. And they're all posting saying, oh my God, I never realized this. Like, you are our paprika queens. You saw that one, paprika queen?
That's cute. I love that they're like our cousins,
Yes,
cousins,
yes.
cousins.
It is the most magical thing that I've seen. And this movement, and all they're talking about is just how we are all just the same, and there's so much there. It's togetherness. If you see a ginger, they're black, and they notice, and they say they now walk with confidence.
With confidence, yes. So the togetherness of both communities coming together, being joyful that they are now part of something, it'll make you cry.
It really
is beautiful.
Yes, it really is beautiful. So here you are.
Oh my God.
You've been filled in. That's the best.
I'm loving this conversation.
But I do have to say, I think red hair is beautiful. I think that redheads are really beautiful. Like, you have the the redhead. I actually wanted to color my hair that color. They just made a Broadway show about it. Death Becomes Her. It's a really good movie. Very good. It's an oldie. It's a classic.
Look at me, Ernest. Just look at me. I'm soaking wet.
And there seems to be something wrong with your, blouse.
Oh, I have a hole in my stomach. Oh. I have a hole in my stomach. Yeah. And you're still alive.
It's another miracle!
No, it isn't.
All right. We discussed the roles of women, and basically, we're not leaving on a happy note here. I'm just leaving like I can't wait to go home and do all the things I have to do.
In the words of my marijuana doctor, he said, "Be like the statue. Be still and think of nothing. And when you empty your brain, you will have less worries." You're welcome.
How do you do that?
Meditate. To clear your mind, they say meditation works. And it's a practice. And heavy is the head that wears the crown. When you have goals and you literally have something in you that will not stop you from going on to the next thing, you know, you got to do it. But also do less and slow down before your body does it for you, which I hope it never does. You know,
Yes.
you got big dreams, big goals, big wants. I'm constant like, take it easy. That's what everyone tells me. Take it easy, relax, calm down. It's a lot to manage, a lot to handle, but we don't have to be everything for everybody,
Yes.
even though we think we do, and that's something that we have to work on. Think less about
And be a,
things.
and now I have the confidence of a ginger. It's really
Right.
it's
Yeah, well,
it's the
it's
new
good,
motto.
yo.
Life is good. It's good.
Life is good. I've colored my hair red.
So did I.
Yesterday, Vinny and I went to an orchestra of hip hop.
Oh, I love those.
And I told Vinny, I'm like, look how talented they are. Imagine New York City. Imagine New York City, Broadway, Lincoln Center. Oh, imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You
I
Why don't you
can't
book
wait.
it next time you come?
I can't wait, girl. I can't wait to see professionals in New York City. It's gonna be so exciting. They are so good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at
Yeah.
these people. Talented. Imagine New York City. I can't wait. I can't wait to make my way up there. Oh my God, girl. Can't wait.
Can we just have you talk like that for all the episodes?
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Bless your heart. Oh, your husband doesn't do dishes. Bless your heart.
Oh,
There's I I've had a woman say blessed. My heart has been blessed by many women around here.
it's very nice.
Every
It's very
doctor I
nice.
talk to, they say, "You're gonna be okay. Take the medicine, but also trust God's will. God knows what he's doing. You're gonna be okay. Trust God."
But it's beautiful.
It is so beautiful. I'm a different
beautiful.
person now, okay? I'm okay. In New York, I got pregnant. They say good news, bad news. Here, they're like, "Oh my goodness, congratulations." I said, "I'm old." They're like, "You're not old. You're gonna be amazing. This is great news."
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
No, it actually is. I started like researching the Bible to have talking points with people in the South. I'm like, well, actually, Jesus did not want that. Actually,
Oh wow.
everything went downhill when Mary made Adam eat that apple.
Interesting, isn't it?
And everything starts from that, right?
Yes. She made him eat the apple. And I would like to reference one of the greatest movies that have ever been done. And that is my Greek, what is it, Fat
My
Greek?
big fat Greek wedding.
When the aunties, what do they say?
Woman's the neck.
And she turns the head wherever she wants it to go. So ladies, Ladies, we're full of this nonsense that we are dealing with. Everything that we have to do, that we feel like we have to do, you turn that neck, baby. You turn that neck whichever way you want it to go to make yourself happy, because that's what
Yeah.
it's about. You turn it. You learn how to turn it. Because from back in the day, then Eve did it, and look at us, we're all screwed because of it, but she did it.
There's so much stuff, but it's a very fascinating story. My brain's de-inflaming little by little.
No, fantastic.
All right, peace.
My dad is so stubborn. What he says goes. You know, the man is the head of the house.
Let me tell you something, Tula. The man is the head, but the woman is the neck. And she can turn the head any way she wants. Hmm?